Hey, there we go. What's up, friends? My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. This is the second time I'm opening the stream. YouTube screwed me. CiottiFPV is here. Ooh, lean in.
Hey, there it is.
There he is.
I was like, where is he?
You guys don't even know what he looks like. You just know his screen name. But
yeah.
He's here. He's in town. He's crashing with me. And we flew at Bando Stadium. And we're going to go out flying somewhere tomorrow. No idea. Thanks for coming by. Sorry the streams have been kind of all over the place. The last week has been absolute mayhem. This should mark the streams getting a little bit more, you know, daily again. So yeah, I'm back. I'm more back than I was on Wednesday. This is my full-time job. If you would like me to keep going, I need your help. I need you to jump over to CiottiFPV.com and just click a bunch of buttons. Clicking the buttons down here in YouTube helps out a little bit, but clicking the buttons over on my website helps out even more. The best thing that you can do is to jump onto my Patreon page. The big thing that's going to do for you for 10 whole cents a day. Come on. You know you got 10 cents a day. I know you have it. The best thing it's going to do for you is it's going to give you notifications when I stream. You're going to get an email. I don't have a schedule. I stream all over the goddamn place. So you're going to get, as a patron, you're going to get an email notification, you're going to get a Facebook group notification, and you're going to get a Discord notification 10 to 20 to 30 to 60 minutes before I stream. So do it, because it's the only way that I can survive and not die. And then Experimental RC says, this dude acts the same in real life. Just saying, LOL, it's true. There's also a Fiverr page over there. Hire me to do some stuff. Remy Tim is actually going to be on my Fiverr page. He's doing FPV mentorships, which should be super cool. So if you've got a friend or a family member that's trying to get up in the air, you're going to be able to link them up with Remy Tim through my Fiverr or through Remy Tim's website that he's going to be doing, fpvmentor.com. So yeah, super excited with that. Daniel's a great guy. He'll take really good care of you. And then I've got 3 main gigs over on Fiverr. Flight instruction, if you want to fly a little bit better, I can definitely help you out. Build planning. I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours of time figuring out what parts suck and what parts don't. And I would love to give you all that knowledge once I have a feel from you as to how you fly, where you fly, what build is going to benefit you the most. And then I also do tuning. So if you like the way that my tunes look, nice and soft and buttery, I can help you get your rig tuned up. Or if you tell me that you want your rig to fly like, thrashy like steel, for example, I can help you out with that too. It's basically just cranking the feet forward up to the moon. But I can tell you that one-on-one, and you'll feel better, and it'll be great. There's an Etsy store with a bunch of stickers. Look, Chomper's got stickers now. Look at the size of it. It's as big as my face, and he's got magnets because he's a smart person. Magnets are the best. And then there's a whole bunch of affiliate links. If you ever find yourself doing an order on God, Amazon for anything, right? If you're buying motor oil on Amazon, you hit my affiliate link, I'll get free money, and I'll love you for life. FPV crates, get FPV, I don't know, there's a bunch. CiottiFPV.com, click some buttons, and I can, eat and live and keep going. And you know you want that. In the chat, Grizz FPV, James Vault, and Dauntless FPV, Squints, Guillermo, Chopper Girl, Yarbs, EE Doc Grizz, Brendan Moon, Dan Richmond, JT DQ, Remy Tim, EE Doc, Brandon Bentley, Yarbs again, Moto Ref, Huff 19, Joey's Copters, Callisto, Dauntless, White Fox, Starkey FPV, Derek Schritterfield, Experimental RC. I'm gonna stop there. If you want to see a lanky guy read your name, you got to get in early. You got to say something in the chat. If you'd like to talk to me directly in the chat, all you got to do. Oh, that's not it. That's it. All you got to do is type CiottiFPV, spell it correctly, and then it'll light up an orange, and I'll know that you're talking to me. You don't have to put the @ symbol, but you certainly can. And cool. Gem Fan Hobby is in the house. What's up? I always forget what to call you, Mike Federico. What's up, Mike? How are you? Did a bunch of F4 flying today. I like them. They're good. FPV Trucker says, what's cracking? Missed you. Still at home healing. What are you healing from, FPV Trucker? The big long ride? Yarb says, I give you enough money. My local dog shelter gets my Amazon bucks. Nice. I appreciate it, Yarbs. Tuner Taxi says, what's up? New FPV says, can you say hi to Chomper for me, please? Hi, Chomper.
Hi.
Like that? Was that it, New FPV? Did we do it? Did we do the thing? Yarb says, it says waiting for, stream hasn't started yet. Yeah, I forget how to stream when I go away. Okay, cool. We're caught up. Post Rampage destruction, fixing stuff going on. This is going to be not a super long stream. What's up, B-Man? Check out the video, send a wonky bounce back thing that's going on, send it through Discord. I'm very behind on Discord. I'm going to get caught up most likely Monday. Tomorrow is going to be absolute mayhem again. Monday, I can probably slow things down and get caught back up. So I'll talk to you then. Oh God, FPV Trucker, that's horrifying. Oh boy. Yikes. I don't know what to say to that. Sit on a donut, I guess. Just relax. Don't die. Ugh. Oh, God. Don't do it. Let's fix some shit. Let's see how these F40 Pro 2s held up at Rampage. They took some serious abuse. Bunch of exploded propellers. Bunch of smashing into concrete. So... I know I've gone over this a lot, but I like to go over it every time. Here is how you check your motor health. You hook your quad up, you take your props off, you take your prop nuts off, you hook your quad up via USB to the computer, you fire up Betaflight, and you plug a battery in because you need to spin the motors up. So once you're plugged in, and you've got Betaflight fired up, The props are off, so you're relatively safe. Just make sure that your USB wire is not touching the motor bell because you are going to be spinning up the motor bell. Let's get Betaflight going here. And so we're going to connect to Betaflight and we're going to come in here to the Motors tab. And in the Motors tab, we're going to click I understand the risks. You're going to take your left hand, you're going to put it on the quad so that you can feel the vibrations. With your right hand, you're going to move the sliders up and down. That's what I'm going to show you. There's really, I could show you this view, but the motor's going to go like this. There. Now you've seen everything you're going to see from this view. This is the interesting view. And you're going to sweep each motor up from bottom to about halfway. Nothing really happens at full. You're just going to do to about halfway. And with your left hand, you're going to feel for the vibes, and with your ears, you're going to listen. And you're going to do each motor individually. Motor 1. Hear the difference? So you can definitely feel the difference, but you can also usually hear the difference. So let's talk about what you guys are hearing. Hear the high pitchiness? Hear like the crackling and the high pitchiness? That's a bad bearing. In my left hand, the vibrations are not all that bad, so the bell is not super bent. So I'm going to let that one roll. Motor 2. You hear the hum? In my left hand, I can feel that motor's vibrating pretty good. The bell is starting to get bent. It's not bad enough that I'm going to replace it. I only know that because I've done this 7,000 times. You have to do this test over and over and over again to develop like a baseline of what's too banged up, what's too much vibrations and stuff like that. So just do this, you know, once a week, once every other week, and eventually you'll know. Motor 3. Just as many vibes as Motor 2, but still not bad enough that I'm going to replace it. Motor 4. Motor 4 actually sounds really good. So this rig is actually completely fine. I'm going to leave this one alone. Motors 2 and 3 are relatively banged up. If they take one more big slam, they'll pretty much be toast. But I run these motors into the absolute dirt. The vibration level that they're at right now is not going to cause jello in the on the Session 5. And basically that's when I replace a motor, either when it's fully locked up or when it's putting jello into the HD feed. And I know that it's not doing either one of those things. So away we go. Purple TPU rig is ready to be abused some more. Let me take a quick look over the rest of the rig with you guys. So we're gonna give it our little bend test here. That feels good. Give it a bend here. That feels good. A little bit. There might be one of these that's starting to back out ever so slightly. So let's just throw a wrench on them real quick. And yeah, that one had a little bit of twist left in it, so that's cool. Let's check this one. Yeah, it had a little bit too. That should firm that right up. Oh boy. Where'd you go, little MIP driver? Oh god, get out of there, you jerk. Oh god, okay. Alright, we're good. Everything's fine. Alright, let's give it a little bend. Oh yeah, good to go again. We tested the motors, we know that they're fine. Check the antenna here, everything looks fine. Give it a little flick to see if it's rattling. Ultron is okay as well, that's true. How many names you got, Mike? My god. Grip looks fine. Immortal T looks fine. Ooh, the base plate's got a little crack starting. Alright, not too bad. I'll keep an eye on that. Right in the corner here. Just the top level is starting to have a little bit of an issue. Other than that, it looks really good. Top plate looks fine. Let's check. Oh god, the TPU is in bad shape. Okay, so the TPU has had a bit of a crisis. Let's see if I can. I think I've melted this one back so many times that it might be. It might sort of be beyond saving, but as we all know.
諦めんなよ。諦めんなお前。 どうしてそこでやめるんだ、そこでもう少し頑張ってみろよ。ダメダメダメ、やめ、諦めたら周りのことを思うよ。応援してる人たちのことを思ってみろって。あともうちょっとのところなんだから。俺だってこのマイナス10度のところしじみが取れるって頑張ってんだよ。絶対やってみろ。必ず目標達成できる。だからこそNever give up.
There he is. We're not gonna. Huff 19 blew up his first GoPro. Congratulations, brother. Get that shit in the Best Buy. They will just hook you up. Tuner Taxi 75mm whoop problem. Plug in first battery. Flying. It feels slow on the rolls and flips. Unplug. Plug back in and it rolls and flips faster. Any ideas why? That's really weird. What happens the third time and the fourth and the fifth time that you plug it in, Tuner Taxi? Freelojo says, built an ESC8 and can ride. Yes, it's kind of scary. I don't know what an ESC8 is. What's an ESC8? ESC8. ESC8. What are you? Oh my god. Don't die. Don't die, Freelojo. Those things are scary, scary. Tuner Taxi says, it's an open prop 75, the one I send you a picture with the weird battery mount. Gotcha. Yeah, what happens the third, fourth, fifth, sixth time you plug a battery in, Tuner? And then FPV Trucker says, broken arm on my glide today. Use the link to order a set of arms. Motor survived. And it always does. The motors will always survive on the glide because the arms are the appropriate thickness and strength. GemFan Hobby is very concerned. What are you concerned about? Trying to stop using mic since the big... Oh, that makes sense. Ultron it is. I'll try to remember. Yeah. All right, cool. We're good to go. Let's continue with the... So, let me... man, you guys are going to get to see all my repair tricks today. So, let me show you one of the ways of fixing TPU. So, this TPU ripped... And so the first thing that I'm going to do is melt it back together so it connects to its little buddy there. But then I'm also going to put a little bit of extra TPU on top. So in order to do that, I use these cheapo little gas station torches. So we're going to put this on here and just roast this little area. And it's going to naturally sort of mush back together. You're going to kind of use gravity to help it out. You can also let it burn for like a second or two. Sometimes that's kind of cool. And so just let gravity help it. Just point it downwards so that it kind of flows to where you want it to go. All right. So now that's connected, but what we can also do is add a little bit of extra TPU as like a little bridge on top. You know, the other reason I haven't been streaming is that my voice is just absolutely trashed from Rampage, and like, I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna stream, and then Patrick comes over and we go out to Alpharetta and hang out on the town all night and scream and yell. I gotta just have a day where like I don't, maybe Tuesday I just won't stream, and I'll not speak all day to let my voice like all the way recover. So there we go. So we just melted it back together. We added a little bit extra. The Logitech refuses to focus because Logitech can go burn in a fire. And yeah, we've got a fixed GoPro mount. Fixed-ish. So I think this rig is pretty much golden. The arms are strong. The motors are balanced enough. And the base plate is only a little bit cracked. And you know, it's about as good as it gets for me. There's one battery. There's one flight in this battery, and that's fine. I'm actually just gonna leave it. Away it goes to be destroyed even worse. Red TPU rig is next. Let's see how the motors. Well, let's give it a once over first. This one took some abuse today, so there is actually a chance that it might be a little banged up. Nope, arms are fine. Oh, wait, no, hold on. This purple rig does have an issue. I forgot. It's got an arm that broke in here, which is interesting. So I'm actually going to swap Nah, you know what? I'm gonna let it go all the. I'm gonna let it break all the way, because it only broke like the first layer. So yeah, I'm gonna run this thing until it absolutely implodes. So let me show you guys how I'm making that decision. I'm gonna need to manually do the Logitech things for this. So let's do this, and let's do this. All right, so here's how I made that call. All right, so this is what I initially saw, which looks really bad, right? Like that looks real bad. But what you want to remember is that the top cosmetic layer doesn't have much strength. So what really matters is that you rotate this guy and you look at the actual layers, right? So there's where all the angriness is happening. But then look at the layers. See, so it gobbled up like a couple layers. See it? There's like 2 or 3 layers where it's starting to let go, but then it's solid after that. Now let's look at the other side. And the other side is even less destroyed. See, it's just only that cosmetic layer. So this is still plenty strong, believe it or not. Even though it looks absolutely horrifying on the cosmetic layer, this is still relatively strong. And you can test that with the arm test that I always show you guys, which is you grab the motors in between your fingers like this, you put your thumbs in the center, and you just crank out on the motors, and you're actually pulling outwards on the motors. If that was weak, I would feel it. I would feel it start to, the motor would want to do this, right? But it's not. It's not weak. It just looks bad. So that's important. There you guys go. So yeah, this rig is good to go for tomorrow. Awesome. At least one working rig. Happy days are here again. Let's see if this webcam wants to be a dick again. No, it's good. Okay, so moving on to the red rig. Yarb says, shouldn't you take the GoPro out before you torch that? Probably, but I mean, you know, the GoPro is just going to get smashed into concrete. So, Tuner Taxi says it's hit or miss. When it does, I notice that it changes over to the slow feeling after I've disarmed / crashed, take back off. But the only way to get it to go back fast is unplugged. Yo, that's really weird, Tuner Taxi. I mean, that just doesn't make any sense in any way, shape, or form. I guess check your modes tab and make sure there's not some weird mode that keeps bouncing back and forth. But I mean, I don't even know where to begin, dude. I mean, that just shouldn't. There's just no reason that plugging it in should change that at all. Dalton says, I got a session mount from BMC 3D and it's super tight with a TBS jelly guard. Like the side flaps are not flat anymore. Normal, do you run jelly guards? Also, Yo Chomper. I do run jello guards. It is very tight. That's what she said. And make sure that you put a battery strap on it. You always want to make sure that on your front load mounts, you put a battery strap, and that's going to pull everything in. One of the reasons I think that Brent does that is to keep the flappy bits in the front here out of the video feed. But I mean, as long as you have a battery strap around the front of it, you're gonna be good to go. It's nothing's gonna pop out. It's not weak, just looks bad. Cool. So this cheap ass Foxio Lollipop antenna is holding up pretty good. That's pretty surprising. Arms are strong. Base plate looks fine. Immortal T is in the middle, being immortal. This camera took one hell of a beating today, but it's still fine. Let's check the front. Bottom screws, they take a lot of abuse. Now they're good to go. Come on, get in there. Ooh, this one was starting to back out. Cool. Glad I caught that. And all right, let's check the motors. And then after this, we're going to do an arm swap. And then I'm actually going to wrap this up because Chomper and I are going to go fucking chill and be, you know, people. All right. putting power on it. We've got the prop nuts off. We're gonna pull up Betaflight and connect. Motors tab. I understand the risks. Left hand on the quad to feel for the vibrations. Ears opened to listen for bad bearings. That one feels good. That one, you can hear the bearings a little bit worse on that one. That one feels great. Wow, this rig. That one's a little bit, that one's on its way out, but it's not that bad yet. This rig has pretty clean motors on it right now. Very cool. Let's empty out the black box. And we'll be good to go. All right. Remy Tim talking about the antenna dive. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of the what the full antenna dive edit is going to be as soon as Black Box is done doing its black boxy things. Probably not a great idea to unplug that while the black box is erasing, but you know, whatever. I'm tempted at this point to push a little bit of... Nah, we're going to fly cool spots tomorrow. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to start pushing ramp up into these rigs, into these freestyle rigs, to see how much I can chase the Dragon. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so this is a hyper exclusive for you guys. I don't know if this is actually going to play. You know, I'm going to play it small so that you guys don't get the full experience. But this is... Oh, and I can't... fuck it. We'll get copyright stricken. It's fine. Yeah, check this. You know what? It'll probably play. Hold on. I'll give you guys the full Majimbo. Or it'll freeze and die. After the dive, it's unedited, for the record. The first dive, I should say. Remy, Tim, and I. Quite the combo. Thanks, copyright strike. That's okay. Yeah. Gem Fan, yeah, that's me and Remy Tim. That edit is almost done. I'm hoping to have that done on maybe tomorrow night. Maybe I can get through that tomorrow night. In full HD, it's pretty gnarly. What's slowing me down a little bit is trying to. So that was no color grading at all. Michael Scott Rue says that Rampage shirt. I know they made it. They made it in the right color. This is the Rampage shirt that everybody got, and then I've also got the volunteer shirt, which is yellow, and then I've got the staff shirt, which is like a teal. So you guys will see them for a while. But yeah, I want to try to get that edit done. I would love to get it done tomorrow night, but we'll see. The color grading is kind of killing me. That's straight out of the camera there, GoPro flat. So I got to try to get that locked down a little bit. Oh, you guys didn't have audio? What the hell? Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to do it again because the song hits.
Yeah, it's good.
In a way that not many things do. All right, hold on. Premiere has... This is what I have to go through with Premiere to get it to output sound to you guys. Default output needs to go to I show you audio capture. So now if I go to this... Alright, here you go again. It's even better the second time. According to Chomper. What do you think of the song? I don't care what you think of the song. I fucking love it. Does anybody recognize that song? I'll be very curious. If 10 points and you're a super fan, if you recognize that song from something, I'll be pretty impressed. Audio is worth the rewatch. Can't wait to see HD. Tim says, "Yeah, man, it's really good, really good." Yeah, the pacing of the song and the drops in the song are the exact amount of time that it takes us to get up and down the damn thing. I'll give you guys another couple of minutes to see if anybody can place that song. Cool. More work on quads. So this is the F40 Pro 4 rig, and it has a broken arm, which I didn't even realize because it broke in a very strange kind of way. It broke right into the foam, so it's like you can barely even see it. But then when you turn it sideways, oh, it's broken. It's broken. So let's swap. I don't have another one of those, so I'm gonna have to swap both front arms. That's kind of annoying. Let's see how weak it is. Oh wow, it's still pretty strong. It's basically like a 4mm thick arm at this point, which for me is not. Oh yeah, see, in the twisting direction, it's really weak. So yeah, it has to get changed out. B-Man says, song goes sick with that dive. Shit was tight. Thanks, B-Man. Yeah, that was super fun. The Daniel and I learned something, though, from that. We realized later. So we each flew 3 batteries there. And the third battery was where we did the tandem. And then we were like, all right, we gotta go. We're going to Rampage. We gotta get there. That was the mistake. That is a location that's in the middle of nowhere, hard to find, and it was a fully recoverable radio tower dive. Usually those radio tower dives are not all that recoverable, like they're surrounded by big angry fences and shit like that. So yeah, we should have stayed there and flown 8 batteries each, which was all the batteries that we had. Because yeah, the light was good, the spot was good, and we were starting to do that tandem shit. Like if we'd done 10 more runs up and down there, we could have probably run tandem right up each other's asses. We would have probably lost a rig in the forest there, but I mean, who gives a shit? Or maybe not. That was kind of like the perfect tower dive, because it was fully recoverable. There was no chance of getting lost. It was 1,100 plus feet high, and we were there with working rigs, right? It was on the way to Rampage, so we had rigs that were like all dialed in and ready to go. So yeah, there's the lesson in that one, right? If you find a spot, even if you're in a hurry, even if you have to get to Rampage, because you're gonna fly 4 whole batteries when you're there, understand that, like, well, see, so that's the other thing too, right? When we got to Rampage, we had access to electricity and we had our chargers, so we could have just recharged all 8, 10, however many of our batteries. So yeah, when you have an absolutely ridiculous location and it's a good and it's recoverable, or there's nobody around or whatever, right? Like, you're in this situation where you can somewhat safely, or just, fly it, full stop, burn all your batteries. Just all of them. Like, when you have that opportunity, don't fucking just fly like 2 batteries and then go, all right, no, that's good enough. Like, just keep going in, because it's like, it's a similar thing with photography. Like, you just, when that was one of the big advantages when we moved from film to digital, is that there was no barrier of like, oh, I have to stop shooting, it's going to get too goddamn expensive to develop all of this. Once we went to digital, it's like, fuck it, fire away. Take 20 gigs of images at this spot, because you never know what's going to happen. Maybe a goddamn hang glider flies overhead when it's the most epic shit ever, and if you hadn't been there hammering away for 2 hours long, you wouldn't have caught it. So yeah, there's I mean, we did pretty damn good in 3 batteries and all, but I can't help but wonder what we could have done 8 batteries in, right? Like, if we'd done that dive 20 plus times, like, how much better could it have gotten? And until next Rampage, we won't know. But I'll tell you what, I'm fucking hoping that we drive by that tower again on the way to Rampage next time, because I'm going to have 100 batteries with me and I'm going to spend all day there. Firefighters walking into your building, that's never good, Daniel. Oh, shit sticks. Alright, so I'm taking the broken front arm off. I'm not super happy that I'm going to have to replace both of these front arms, but it's okay. Not the end of the world. I'll get to replace them with the new glide arms that have bigger devil horns, so it could be worse. Beep Tube says 6-inch shark bite glide performed well at Rampage, took a few good drops and smacked into a concrete pillar and survived. Shark bite system did well at rejecting interference. Very, very cool. FPV Trucker asks why my X plate looks different. So this is the old school X plate, which yeah, it looks very different from the new gen X plates. I'll show you one of the new gen X plates in a second, boys and girls. There was a redesign done when I think I broke the 4th one and sent Bob the picture of where the X plates they're breaking in the same spot every time, and the base plates were breaking in the same spot every time. So he redesigned both, which was very, very cool of him. That was actually the second time that he redesigned both. He redesigned the base plate for me a long time ago. But didn't put it on sale or anything like that. And then, yeah, eventually when he redesigned it this second time, he put it. It's now the new design that you guys can. If you order a glide, you get the new base plate design and you get the new X plate design. They're a tiny little bit heavier, but they're way, 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 way stronger. So it's well worth the extra. Like, I think they're 1 gram heavier, so it's well worth it. Beep Tube, that's awesome to hear. I'm shocked that it's really good that those 6-inch arms held up. The 6-inch glide arms are only the 5mm thick carbon, and they've always kind of worried me. They just I wish they were the 6mm carbon of the hammer arms. It's really good to hear that they held up. I never crashed my chase rig glide that's got those. That had those 6-inch arms on it. Now I switched it to the Glide Hammer 5-inch 6mm arms. So yeah, it's good to hear that those 6-inch arms held up to some abuse. That's pretty cool. The 7-inch arms are 6mm, which is awesome. Fairly Functional says, do you know when the next Rampage is planned? I have absolutely no idea. I don't really have any ins with Rotori at the moment, so I won't be the guy to ask as to when the next one is going to be. But I will say this, more than likely it'll be around this same time of year. The first Rampage was later in the year, and it was way too hot there. This time the temperature was actually really, really nice. It was a little hot, but nothing like last time. Last time it was absolutely brutal. So I have a feeling that they learned a really big lesson as to what month to plan it to have it in middle of nowhere, South Carolina. FPV Trucker says, oh my God, said he's going to be selling the 4-inch arms for the 250 per your request. He sure is, and they should already be up. Use my affiliate link if you don't mind. And also the 3500 kV version of the Aerolite motors should also be available for you guys. Yeah, that was super cool of him to give me a shout out in his most recent video. I did not expect that. That was made me smile. Tommy is just a really, really good guy, man. I can't. He's one of the good ones for sure. Man, this broke in a really interesting way. Can't say I've ever seen a delamination like this. Whatever. In the bin. In the bin. Fairly Functional says, I was there last time. You're right. The heat was brutal. Yeah, it really, it was just fucking awful last time. Hold on. Where's the glide arm box? What did I do with it? Here it is. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Here's the glide arm box. Let's get some glide arms out. We've got 1, we've got 2, and then I'm gonna take this one because it's not broken, I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put it back in the box. Oh, and I'm going to need some shorter hardware, so that's actually fine. So we can just, let me at least clean this off a little bit. Let's not dump all this dirt into the perfectly clean box. That's what she said. FPV Trucker says, Tommy trusts your opinion. He does, yeah. He no shit, DQ. They already sold out. Oh my god. Awesome. Awesome. Tommy had 80 of those 3500 kV aerolites made, and when he messaged me when they arrived, he's like, these better sell, dude, or you're on the hook for these. Like, he said it jokingly, and I was like, seriously, I will buy all 80 of those if they don't sell. I am absolutely loving the fact that they sold out already. I told them they would. I told them they would sell. Awesome. That is really, really good news that they sold out. Awesome. Very cool. How many rigs did I bring to Rampage was a question in there by Jay Copter. So I brought my 3 freestyle glides. I brought my chase rig glide, which is basically like a long range glide. And then I brought pretty much all the micros. So I brought like 4 tiny whoops, both of the 3-inch rip squeaks, the 2.5-inch CB, and I think that was it. I brought as many rigs as I could so that because on both Saturday and Sunday at 2 o'clock I invited all the people from the chat to meet me and just come out and meet each other and hang out and shit. So that was really why I brought all the rigs, is for you guys to be able to like look at them and whatnot. But then I actually ended up flying them all very briefly, most of them, because the Micro Mayhem area was just like murderous. But yeah, I did end up putting the and the Acrobrat, can't forget that. Put the Acrobrat up in the air for about 30 seconds before smashing it into something. Memory card ejected, and it damn near caught fire. It didn't really catch fire, but you know, it sounds dramatic and interesting. So yeah, I had a lot of rigs. 1125, that's how tall the tower was, and that's how many rigs Ciotti brought to Rampage. Ah! Oh wait, are these batteries done? Hold on.
Shit, yeah, they are actually. There was
Oh,
beeping.
beeping! We missed the beeping.
Totally forgot. Oh, I heard it.
Stop. Jumper, talk to chat.
Chat, what's up? Whoa, what's going on? I'm trying to see. Man, my eyes are bad. I can't read that from there.
If you want, you can hit the F button that's above the... There's 3 F buttons that are above the delete and the arrow keys. The furthest left one will go back to scene 1.
F12.
Hover your finger over it. I think it's 12.
Yeah, that's the last one there.
One more to the right. One more to the right.
Oh.
Yep.
13?
Yep. Now look at OBS on the left monitor. Is that it? Hey, there it is.
Boom.
Chat, talk to Chomper.
I still can't see it.
Or I'll kill you.
Oh, wait. I had my first almost battery fire today. Yeah, that was that one that I set on the wall. But
right.
I got a squid over here because I broke this today. That was at the bando damage. That's it though. So I got to change the whole frame because it's just trash. Completely trash. Full send. Remy Tim, Atlanta is great. This is only like the 3rd day of my trip, and I couldn't have asked for a better first 3 days, honestly.
Tell them about your trip. That's a really cool story. Not story, but...
Yeah, oh yeah. I was going to go to Rampage, but I decided to do a road trip. So I'm going... I live in West Virginia, and I drove to Nashville, hung out with some friends, flew a little bit, and then came down here to hang out with the Atlanta crew. And I'm driving all the way to California and then back home to West Virginia. So it's about a month road trip. If you are... Where else am I going? Birmingham, Denver, Vegas, LA, San Bernardino. If you live in Utah, like the top left corner... I don't know who lives up there. I think that's Provo actually is from. That's like the town.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's the town. So
nice.
we're going there, and then doing a bunch of camping and all like the national parks and all that stuff too. So we'll be able to get to see a lot of cool stuff. Hopefully, I can fly everything and actually have rigs that work.
Hit this guy up if you're anywhere near. Let him crash at your place. Save money on hotels, or else I'll kill you.
Oh, Remy Tim, definitely. I'll come see you.
Doc says, "What are you flying with, Chomper?" Hit him with your gear.
The frame that I just broke, and I'm just putting it on another one, is a CiottiFPV frame. But I fly the
Which you've not liked, right?
I haven't enjoyed it completely. No, it definitely has its flaws. It could be better. I don't know. It's very.
You don't have to trash on it. I just want to make sure people
not
don't
even
run and buy it.
Yeah. It's. I wouldn't even. I mean, I've flown worse frames. I know that
Right.
for like a fact.
Right. Have you built a glide yet?
I haven't.
You want
Mainly
one?
because digital.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I know.
You need a Vista. You need
yeah.
to put a Vista in it.
I gotta get a Vista then. Jackalope, I'll be in Denver, the 25th, but I'm also passing back through again on the way back home, because I know I lived out in Denver for several years, so I have some friends I gotta go visit, and then a bunch of dope pilots out there too.
Hit him on Instagram, brother. ChomperFPV. ChomperFPV. What other shit in your rigs can you talk about?
F40 Pro 4s, 1950?
He knows.
19?
He knows.
Oh, yeah. Running, what else? Oh, T-Motor stack, HD stack, Crossfire all the way. Don't buy anything else. I run a GoPro.
You're gonna get so
09.
much hate from all the Tracer people, fanboys.
It's completely fine. One of them is my buddy in the chat. He has Tracer, and he knows I'll trash it too.
I'm with you, man.
Yeah.
Crossfire works real well.
I'm fine with Crossfire. If I need to be AI, then I'll get Tracer, I guess. Zero latency.
Anybody else gonna be in any of those towns that Chomper mentioned? Make sure you say something or forever hold your own peace.
Yeah, and you guys can hit me up on Instagram or any of them. I think I have all of them except Patreon.
All right, cool. So I am almost done with this repair, actually. Where we at? 53 minutes. Cool. This will be right around an hour. Brandon Bentley says, ELRS. Dude, all I keep hearing is people screaming and yelling about what a nightmare ELRS has been. Until there's more of like a plug-and-play solution, I am staying the hell away from it. I'm sure, I mean, the latency tests and the packet loss tests and all that shit looks great, but man, I do not have the patience for something that's as like open sourcey and pain in the assy as that certainly seems to be. I'm at least gonna wait for like a more defined, like, basically what I'll wait for is Bardwell to put a video out that goes, want to do ELRS? Here's how to do it, step by step by step by step, so that I can just not think and just do what I'm told. I'm good at that. Alright, so we got two fresh, new school front glide arms on here. And I got them cranked down nice and tight. We're going to bolt the motors back down. And I will have 3 working freestyle rigs once again. And I will be able to sleep like a baby. Do we have VHB on the bottom of both? We do not. So let's get a little VHB action going. Brandon Bentley says it's not finished yet. For sure, nightmare for some, LOL. B-Man says you don't trust your shit to Happy Model either. Yeah, right. Oh, Christ.
I'll buy Whoop motors.
Yeah, they make great Whoop motors, but beyond that, I'm not into it. I gotta do, speaking of Whoops, I gotta do a Whoop repair. I beat the living shit out of the, you guys remember how I was saying, like, you know, my magical 65 mil Whoop that carries the Insta360 Go was like so perfect, and like I didn't even want to fly it, and it was just like I don't want to mess with it, it's just so perfect. Yeah, I get that fucking thing up in the air at Micro Mayhem. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. I'm throwing it down the shaft dive, backwards, upside down, everything. And, man, I really did a number on it. So you guys are going to see some destruction on that. Maybe Wednesday, maybe earlier than Wednesday. Yeah, it took a hell of a beating. But I do have a full extra set of motors for it. And for next time, I'm going to build a couple of those things. That little rig in that Micro Mayhem area was perfect. That was really like the ideal kind of setup. Was a big power tiny whoop. So yeah, learned a lot with building that area, which at the initial Rampage, that area was a racetrack. So it was really kind of hard to tell how it would work as a freestyle spot. But now I know how it works as a freestyle spot, and like really, really small rigs, 65, 75 motor-to-motor tiny whoops, and maybe like 2-inch ductless rigs could potentially work in there. But man, that area was real fun. So let's throw one. Is that too long? That's going to be too long, I think. Let's see. Throw it in there, see what happens. And also Chomper has run 5 or run 6 F40 Pro 4s.
Run 6.
Run 6 Pro 40 F40 Pro 4s.
No problem.
With no problems at all. So even more confirmation that T-Motor has fixed the issue with the F40 Pro 4s. They are now definitely, I mean, they kind of always were, but definitely my preferred 5-inch motor. If you're going to ask me what 5-inch motor to get, I'm going to tell you F40 Pro 4s. They've got plenty of durability, and they're just way lighter than all the other 2306s, and they make mega fucking power. Even the 6S ones make big power. You actually need to motor limit them down a little bit usually. So I need some more hardware here. I forget what length I need. I want to say it's M3x8, but yeah, it is M3x8. Oh, and that's right. I'm actually running out of socket-headed M3x8s. Oh my god, am I all the way out? No! Wow, I knew this day would eventually come. I only have button head. No, wait, there was just one. Oh god, I saw it. Where'd it go? Ooh, there's one! Okay, I got one. I only need one more. I only need one more. Come on. Come on. Be in there. Be in there, little guy. Be in there. Come on, be in there. It's not going to be in there. It's not in there. It's not in there, guys. Wait, is that it? Nope, that's conical. It fooled me! Alright, so... Oh! There we go. Cool. There's just one sitting right there. That's handy. I forgot I had all this hardware sitting out on the desk. Nope, that's a little too short. Wait, no, that's a little too long. Wait, what? Yep, that one's too long. Okay. That's an M3x9. That's an M3x8. And now I need one more. Please, please. Hey. Okay, cool. Wait, is there one more? Is there another one? Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I've got like 2 extras. I'm fucking balling now. B-Man is running 6. What?
Oh, I think he's talking about T-Motor.
F40 Pro 4. Oh, yeah. So the problem was on runs 1, 2, and 3. I don't know about runs 4. I'm pretty sure run 5 is clean. But runs 1, 2, and 3, and the run number is etched in the side of the stator base, right? So this is run number 1. This garbage camera is not going to focus, but yeah, it's etched in the side. The bell, the bottom of the spokes on the bell were too close to the tops of the windings of the stator, and it would contact, and that's not what you want to happen, because if you crash hard, it would leave like little marks, but then if you crashed really hard, it would actually cut all the way through the stator windings, and then the motor would still work. Like you would be able to take off and maybe even fly home, but as soon as you added any more than like, I don't know, 15-20% throttle, the motor would just shut down and it would just fall out of the air. So yeah, it was a little bit of a problem. They fixed it, and all is right with the world again, which is nice, because they're great motors. So yeah, if you have, if it's stamped 1, 2, or 3 on the side of your T-Motor F40 Pro 4, just be a little careful. I mean, maybe don't fly that rig in like super. I mean, the problem only happens when you really crash really hard. So just keep it in mind and just smash them up, and then, you know, replace them with the later runs. If you buy F40 Pro 4s from any of the resellers at this point, they're going to be the later runs. Those are a motor that sell pretty well. So yeah, if you've gotten Pro 4s, F40 Pro 4s anytime recently, you should be totally fine. All right, we got the new arms on. We got some big old motor screws in here. Big old heavy but easy to crank down motor screws in here.
That's a huge bitch.
That's a huge bitch, Jumper says. And that is going to do it for tonight's stream, boys and girls. Thanks for hanging out. Glad you guys got to meet Chomper face to face. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Any closing thoughts?
Come to Atlanta. Fly all the iconic spots. Do it. Do it.
Yeah, I'll take you guys. I'll take you guys to all the good spots.
You will not regret it, I promise. Unless you do. Then I'm sorry.
Then it's your own fault.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
All right, boys and girls. Thank you for hanging out. My name's Aaron. Oh, come on now. OBS. Why you got to do me like that? My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. Go to CiottiFPV.com. Click a bunch of buttons so that I can keep doing this every single day. You want to see me every day, right? 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 All right, let me give you some, let me give you a little more flying here. From The Office.
Hey.
Or not. Come on, computer. You can do it. You can do it. Thanks, Bob. Office 1, Office 2. Here you guys go. I'll see you guys tomorrow. 3 o'clock Eastern. Bye-bye. Keystrokes aren't working.